In the festive season, when families are getting together, it is common for people to have an open discussion about their lives. And one of the questions that comes up, is it okay to disclose how much you earn to your close family, maybe to your wife or to your siblings? Here are some pros and cons to know. Number one is the pros. The benefits of disclosing how much you earn to your close family includes: number one is transparency. When your close family, like your siblings, your children, or your partner knows how much you make, then it's easier to understand your financial situation. So they will understand why, for example, you are not able to do a certain thing that you are to do, but you are unable to. Or maybe they can chip in to help you offset some of your financial responsibilities. Number two, it avoids misunderstandings. So sometimes families can have expectations of certain members to do certain things. So for example, you are taking care of elderly parents, or maybe one partner is paying the house rent, but they are earning less than the other partner. So that dynamic could prevent a lot of misunderstandings. So it may be helpful for the partner to disclose to each other how much they earn, or even in a family settings, the siblings to disclose, so that people can understand each other more. Number three is that sometimes disclosing your income to your family may also offset some of the financial stresses that you face. For example, you are under a lot of pressure to provide a certain thing, but it's because your family does not understand how strained your budget is. So disclosing that to your family, to your kids, to your siblings, when you have shared financial responsibilities, and help free you from the stress of carrying more financial responsibilities than you can, and it will avoid you having issues with your family and even build unity in that family. Number four is that in the event of a joint undertaking, so for example, it's you and your partner thinking of buying a home, then it can be a lot easier to contribute jointly when you know how much the other person is making and how much they're able to extend in the form of financial support. So that could accelerate the joint dream, as opposed to when people make an assumption. So maybe you could make an assumption that is either unfair, or you are asking for too much, or you are under asking from a person who will maybe be happy to provide more. There are also many cons or the disadvantages of discussing or disclosing your income to your family. Here are some of them. Number one, disclosing your income to your family could also create dependence, so that if you are earning some relatively good money, some people may feel entitled to that money, and they may think that's a lot of money, even when you have other competing responsibilities. That can create resentment or even conflict in that family. Number two is some people may outrightly take advantage of your generosity. For example, when your income is high, so they may be taking advantage of you financially, maybe by not being responsible with the small that they have, because they feel you owe them part of what you earn. Number three is that sometimes disclosing your income can create competitiveness, which unhealthy competition. So this is where you find someone feels that you are not deserving of that financial status that you are in, and they are more deserving maybe because they work harder, they are older than you, or some other reason, that then it could become a problem because they start to resent you, and that could bring a lot of problems for the family. Number four is that sometimes disclosing your income can cause disparity in terms of the power equations in the family. So maybe one partner may feel that they should not be responsible because the other one is making more, or maybe your siblings will feel that whenever we have a joint project, for example, supporting your parents, some siblings should support more than the others because of the income disparity, even if you are all siblings and you have a responsibility regardless of your incomes, then that could become a potential conflict and could undermine the spirit of disclosure. Despite the benefits and the disadvantages of disclosing your income to your family, the decision on whether it's right to do so is personal. It depends on relationship dynamics, how you relate, and the reason you are doing it. So you may be doing it because you want to set expectations, so that's a good reason. Or maybe you want to seek some help from your relatives, so that may be a good reason. But then when you are making it maybe to spite others, or maybe to avoid responsibility, or other negative reasons, that could undermine the spirit. So the decision on whether to disclose or not is personal and depends on the considerations that you make. but the benefits and the disadvantages may not apply to every situation. So money254.co.ke has written more about some of the other considerations to make when you are thinking about disclosing your financial status or your income to your close family, especially during this time of family togetherness in the festive season. Click on the link provided to learn more.